Hey everyone, I'm Liz Boccolini, and today we are going to take a look at 7 summits. This is from Deep Water Games, and it's for 2 to 5 players. In this game, you are trying to summit 7 different mountains, and the quicker you do so, the more points you get. You'll have equipment to help you on the way, and you'll have a mission to complete that will give you more points at the end as well. And then whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner. So let's go to the table and see how to play. This is the setup for a 2-player game. You'll see that every player will have a starting board with 3 tracks on it. So there's the expertise track, the preparation track, and the teamwork track. And they all have spaces that you will move up using these circle trackers. You'll just put them over whichever space you're on as you move up. Everybody also starts with 1 mission that's kept secret from the other players. In this case, if I summit Denali, which is the purple mountain, I will get 3 victory points at the end. There's no penalty for not doing the mission. So unlike Ticket to Ride or other games where if you don't accomplish something, you will subtract points, this one is just, if I don't complete it, I don't get any points. So I'll keep that with me. And then we're going to start by rolling these dice. And each color corresponds to 6 mountains. Everest does not have its own dice, but I'll show you how you can climb Everest. So I would roll, and then whichever number is at the top is the number of spaces I can move on that mountain. And I'm just going to put each die at the bottom of the mountain. And then each turn, the player whose turn it is will pick one of the mountains to move up, and they will just put the die at the top there to show that it's used, and then they'll move that many spaces. So in this case, they moved 4 spaces. In this case, this player will move 2, and so on. So to climb Everest, I can take any of the unused die at the bottom and put it on top of Everest and move that many spaces. So now the orange one can't be used for the orange mountain this round because I used it to climb Everest. Once I climb, I can press my luck. So what I would do to press my luck is re-roll. Let's say I'm on the green one. Re-roll the green die and this blue die. So this blue die has different symbols. If I get the path, that means I can keep going on the mountain. So let's say I rolled the path and I rolled another 4. I can keep moving up 4 spaces. And then I can press my luck again if I want. If I roll the exclamation point 1, that means I have to subtract 1 from whatever number I rolled. So in this case, I would only get to move up 3. If I roll the exclamation point 2, I subtract 2 spaces, so I would move up 2. So in some cases, you could end up moving backwards, like if you roll a 1, but you get the exclamation point 2, you'd have to move down a space. If I get the avalanche, that means I go all the way back to the bottom of the mountain. When I want to press my luck on Everest, I will roll whichever die I used and 2 blue die and then take the worst effect. So if I did this roll, okay, I had a 2, an exclamation point 1, but I also rolled an avalanche. So I would have to go all the way back down to the bottom of Everest. If I roll anything on any mountain other than the path, I cannot keep pressing my luck. So if I have to move back at all, I'm done for that turn and I can't move anymore. If I land on a space that has one of these symbols on the tracks, so if I land on a space that has a knot on it, I'll get to move up 1 on the expertise track, and I'll just take my circle marker and put it there. That allows me to draw 1 equipment card. So this is an oxygen tank. This lets me reapply the effect of a discovery token, which I'll show you, that I have already claimed. So the equipment can be played at any time. It's just kept in your hand. Once you play it, you discard it. It's gone from your hand. Similarly, the preparation track lets you draw another mission card. So if I had moved up on that track, I could draw another mission, this time reaching the end of the teamwork skill track. The way I move up on the teamwork track is by using equipment or a skill that is moving my meeple and other players' meeples, right? So if we move together, do something together, everyone will move up on that teamwork track, and then in turn order, you will take your action. So the first teamwork track effect is to move any meeple up one. The other people would go and move their meeple up one, etc., until everyone's taken a turn. If I land on a space with a discovery token, which is this piece with a carabiner on it, I will take it and flip it to the back side. So this one says +1 Kilimanjaro, which is the green mountain. That means that I can move up 1 on the green. That ended up on another discovery token, but we'll leave it for now. And then again, with my oxygen equipment, this would be a time where I might use that. I might want to move up another one on the green mountain, and then I would discard my equipment. When you summit the mountain, when you get to the top, you cannot overshoot on your dice roll. If you do, you cannot move. So for example, I am 2 away from summiting Kilimanjaro. If I roll more than a 2, I rolled a 4, that's it. I can't move. So once you start getting to the top, it's a little bit harder to get, or once you start getting towards the top, it's a little bit harder to get exactly to the top. Once you summit, you will place your meeple according to if you were the first, second, or third player to summit. And then you will get a number of victory points based on the order of summiting. So for example, if I were first, summit Kilimanjaro, I would get 6. And then if the green meeple summited, that person would get 4. Once all of the mountains have been summited by at least one player, the game is over. So there is a chance that you will not summit every mountain. So the board could look like this. Say I was close to that one. So basically as soon as all of the first place spots are filled, the game ends. The way that you will count the points is all of your missions that you accomplished. So let's say I did both of these missions. The team leader's worth 2. This is the North American champion, is worth 3, so I'll have 5. All of my discovery tokens that give me points at the end of the game. So some of them, that's not one of them, but some of them will give me points at the end, and they're usually like +2. Okay, so this one. That will just give me 2 points at the end, so I just keep it in front of me. And then finally, of course, the points you got by summoning. So if I'm the orange meeple, I had 5, 6 is 11, 10 is 21, +3 is 24. So I got 24 points for summoning mountains. All of those points added together, total your final score. Whoever has the most points wins the game. So let's go back, talk about final thoughts. So final thoughts, I really like this game. All the components are good, the cards, the tokens. One minor, I guess, complaint. I got one meeple out of all of them, so it's not a big deal. But I got one meeple that got shaved weird in the back, I guess, and it doesn't stand up. So that one just goes on its back up the mountain. Again, I just avoid playing that color if I can, and it's really not a big deal. The other ones are fine. Thematically, I think this is really good. The theme is integrated really well. So while the rolling the exact number on the die to summit, like you can't overshoot, that can be really frustrating. But I think, again, thematically here it works because you would not take more steps than you needed to summit the mountain because you can't walk into the air or you don't want to fall down the other side of the mountain. So I think getting to the exact top with the exact number of moves works here, and it adds a little bit of tension to the game as well. Obviously, there's luck because you're just rolling dice and then you can press your luck. I'm not a big risk taker. I don't often press my luck in this game because you don't have to. I know people who will press their luck every single turn, which is cool to see the different personality types play the game and kind of see what happens, maybe what works and what doesn't. Again, there's a lot of chance, but does somebody who presses their luck every time have more of a chance to continue on versus hitting the avalanche? Maybe one game they do, maybe one game they don't. So I think that's a neat aspect especially for people who like that press your luck element. They'll enjoy that. Again, I think the missions are cool. The equipment, the discovery tokens, the tracks, it all fits in really well with the theme. I think this is a good game no matter what level, I'll say, of gamer you are, because there's not too many symbols and icons. There's not so many choices that you are sitting there for 10 minutes figuring out what you're going to do with your turn. But it's not overly basic where you're just rolling dice and moving. So having the tracks, the missions you're trying to complete, using the equipment strategically gives it more complexity than just a dice rolling game, but not too much complexity where it would be overwhelming or somebody would shy away from it because of that those added mechanisms or goals. So I think, again, this is great for all levels, really easy to teach and learn as well. So that is 7 Summits. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. And I'm Liz Boccolini. Thank you so much for watching.